Hey guys, welcome to Sharing Time. Kind of a fun play on what we used to have as sharing time. Anyways, today while I was working on this bag, I was thinking about my ideal customer. While I was thinking, my mind slowly wandered to Granny. Not because she's my ideal customer, although it turns out she is, but more on that later. I was thinking of that generation of women. You know the one. They wore pantyhose to church, always had their hair and makeup done, would have never gone to the store in sweats and Crocs, and they knew how to make bread and gravy from scratch and weren't scared to eat a carb. Growing up, my family didn't have a lot, but in the best way. I grew up on a small potato farm with some beef cows. My grandpa ran it with his sons, my dad and uncles. We never went hungry because we always had spuds and a freezer full of beef. My parents were also avid gardeners, so we always had fresh, healthy vegetables, and the stuff we wanted, we learned to work for and save for. Something I will always appreciate because it shaped me into the person I am. It gave me the chance to take something and reshape it into something else I could use. Okay, back to Granny. To look at older Granny, she was always put together and a fountain of knowledge. Granny grew up on a certified hay farm near Boise. As a kid, she rode her horse to school with her brothers and was their pride and joy. She worked hard alongside them, dirty, sweaty, and her specific job was to take the flock of turkeys out through the hayfield to eat the bugs. This generation knew how to work hard, and when it was time to go to town, they dressed up to do so. When I was thinking of a tagline to describe my bags, I came up with elegance with a Western backbone, and that describes Granny to a T. Granny raised 7 kids on her own after her husband left her. She ran a restaurant called the Red Steer near Boise, Idaho, and she even made up her own seasoning for the burgers and the fries called Jepson seasoning, which is still top secret, and you can only get it from certain people, and I'm always so happy when I get some. Her girls are fantastic seamstresses, and her daughter Patty made my wedding dress. Granny was young at heart, and all the time I spent with her, I never saw her as a tiny old woman. She was always so current to the times and energetic, but with the wisdom of a lifetime. I loved her as a friend, a confidant, and a granny. So if you can relate to working hard in the dirt and dust, riding horses, cleaning up when the occasion calls for it, you might just be cut from the same cloth as Granny. And trust me, there's no better compliment than that. Thanks for hanging out with me this long. And remember that these bags drop November 27th, Black Friday, on my website, polsonleather.com. And we'll see you guys next time.